morning, farmers. It is a new day. Morning has arrived. I just finished hiring 4 workers. Let's go to the map, show you what's going on here. The price for canola is still at 836, right? It should be 836, yeah. So, yeah, we're getting pretty much down to not many fields left to harvest. Let me scroll back in so we can see what's going on. I got 2 workers over here in Old Wheatford. I got 3 fields, counting the 2 that they're harvesting, left to finish harvesting here. Lakeside, we are done harvesting over in Lakeside. So all the rest of the fields we have other than Old Wheatford are in the homestead area. So I hired 1 for down here and 1 for over here. I say we got like maybe 10 fields left to go. This field up here, I harvested that last night. 100% harvested. Thank you very much. I did a nice job. Sold all that grain. That got us up to 7.3 million. Did I fertilize this in the video yesterday, in the last episode? I think so. I think we fertilized that. We got the beets sown in this field. We're going to go ahead and sow some more beets as well. This field right here. We're going to go down and sow that one right there. And then after we finish sowing that field with some beets, we're going to go buy the potato planter. And yep, we're going to plant potatoes in these 2 fields here. That's the plan for today. I have not bought the potato planter yet, but we will get to it soon enough. Let's just check around the farm, make sure everything's going good. Rex is always happy. He's down by the fireplace, as we know. James is happy. My wife is still in bed. So is Timmy. Yeah, I need to get out of range for them before they get out of bed. But yeah, let's go ahead and get ready to plant some beets. Ronnie the rooster's even out this morning. Maybe he's the one that woke me up. I'm not too sure. We do have some honey here. Let's go around and gather the honey just because that's what we should be doing and put it into storage. I need to go down and put it in the pantry. I'm not sure if my wife is actually using it. I'm sure she is in some recipes. But yeah, our goal at the end of this year, like I said, is $10 million. So I got to make sure I put everything in the pantry so she can cook. Because we know Rose up there in Redberry, she likes to spend her cash. And she likes the supplies I'll bring up to her. Gather that honey there. I did have to water the greenhouse last night. That was getting kind of low. The flowers I'm not too concerned with. Yeah, they're wet. They're fine because in 2 days from now, there is rain in the forecast. So yeah, we'll go ahead and let we'll just let nature take its own course. We went far enough away, so my wife is out now outside. I'm pretty sure Timmy is as well. Let's go down to my pantry. And those 4 jars of honey. I just had breakfast. That wonderful red egg casserole is what I have. 80% nutrition, so we're fine for a while. I'm actually going to shut that door. Which seems counterproductive for James, because if there's mice down there, he can't go down there and take care of them. Alright, let's go grab our favorite tractor. Let's go ahead and close that. Yeah, the CX tractor, the upgrade that they made to it in the last update. Yeah, it does have a lot of get up and go. It does pretty darn well. I do have a full planter. So, yeah, we're set to go here as well. Let's stick that into another gear. Get down to this field and we'll start planting some beets. So in a couple months' time, we'll have beets to harvest. And, of course, like I said, we're going to plant some potatoes. Then I need to buy the other drill. The new drill in the game that makes it 60% wider, which is going to be great. And then we're going to plant some peas. That won't be in today's episode, though. Got plenty to do, as we already just discussed. Let's go over here. So yeah, this field is fully fertilized. So are the other ones that we're going to work in today. So we're all set to go there. Okay, let's go ahead and unfold this. I don't think it's going to take me too long to plant this field of beets, and the other fields with potatoes may take a little bit longer because that planter is rather small. No, I want to do that. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. There we go. Now we're all set. So let's get these beets into the ground. Yeah, just look at the number going up. Yeah, we're planting really, really quick, which is good. We are going through a lot of beets, though. Or at least seeds, I guess. More than we would with a regular drill. It's working out great. So, yeah, 7.3. I don't remember where we ended last episode. I think we were just below. I think maybe we hit 7.2 million. I'm not too sure. Because last night I was harvesting and I had 4 workers harvesting, and of course I sold my crop. They were selling their crop, so the money went on up. We were kind of hoping to hit 8 million by the end of this spring cleaning harvest, but I think that might be kind of a stretch because one, I'm buying new equipment and I'm buying seeds, and of course, you know, after, even if we do hit the 8 million and even we get done harvesting, I got to start hiring workers to go around to those fields that they harvested and start plowing and cultivating. Not the ones around here. We will do that, the ones by the farm, but the fields on the farthest radius away from the farm, yeah, we're going to just hire some workers to go ahead and take care of that. And besides, with 50 some odd fields, I can't do it all on my own, so definitely need some help around here. Okay, raise that up. And lower it back down. I wonder with this beet planter, can I get 100% beets on a field? I mean, if I overlap a little bit, I should be able to. I don't think I've ever done that yet, get 100% on seeding a field. I think 99.96 is the best I've done. See how we do today. Yeah, the potatoes though, I'm a little, I don't want to say confused, but why do we get like a big machine to harvest the beets but not for potatoes? Find that kind of interesting. I would have thought it would have been like one harvest machine with different headers. Kind of the way a different farming game does it. But I guess they wanted us to use the tractors a little bit more, I suppose. Wow, we're already almost halfway done seeding this field. I like the sound of that. Get the work done a little bit quicker. I did chat with my wife a little bit last night before sunset, before 8 o'clock, before she went to bed, asking if she was going to bed soon. So yeah, I guess we're trying to get her pregnant again. That's kind of the theory a lot of us had when the game first came out, that you had to talk to your wife before you went to bed. So I'm going to keep on doing that just because. I can see I missed a little bit of the crop over here, so let's go ahead. I think I missed it. I'm not too sure. And that might be the fertilizer that I kind of missed on the field. That's fine. So our next, if she does get pregnant again, which I would assume she will at some point, yeah, we should have a daughter on the way. I can predict the future. I'm smart like that. Oh, it's good to see that money going up. Wish I kind of had that kind of money right now in Lumberjack's Dynasty, because like that update came out and man, now I'm going to buy all that furniture workshop. Need some cash there. Need cash and I need the honey. Yeah, so planting beets, yeah, this is going to get the work done a lot quicker. But we'll see, as I kind of showed in the update video on the DLCs a little while ago, that when it comes time to harvest this field right here is going to be more than enough to fill the storage area that we have. And that is the only storage area that we have. As far as I know, there's not other storage areas on the map for the root crops. I don't know if they'll add any or not, but I mean, there's plenty of land on this map to add stuff to. There's plenty of open land for them to do stuff. I was kind of hoping in some sense that when the game first came out that they would add areas like where we have to build a school or something like that, because we do construction work. That's kind of the thing when we first come here. We do a lot of repairing of buildings. Well, I was hoping at some point that we have to like maybe help build a school or something around here, because you know the whole concept was at some point you get married, you'll have kids, and it's like, okay, we have kids, where's the school? Can we build a school? The things they could be adding to the game. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. I really don't know what their plans are at this point. And I hate saying all this stuff because you guys on the console version are like, we would just like the full version of this game at some point. So how are we doing on the field here? 76%. Like I said, how high can I go? Like I said, I think 99.96 is the best I've ever gotten a field seeded. Let's see if I can get the field done a little bit better today. So with the workers we got going, I'm kind of also hoping that our cash gets up to, I mean, I think we should hit 7.4 million today, no problem. Even though I'm going to go buy a planter, I don't think that planter was too expensive. But our fields of winter canola are getting smaller and smaller, so that means the income at some point is going to stop. And there's going to be a lot of spending for a couple months. I shouldn't say a lot of spending. I think if I buy all the equipment that I want to buy, it's going to cost me probably somewhere around 200 grand. I think the the beet harvester costs like 120-ish, depending on when we buy it. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on it. So when the prices change at the agricultural market, I'm going to assume that they change elsewhere in the map. So I'll go down to the store when the prices do change and see how much I can get that harvester for. Try to get myself a bargain is what I want to do. Can I get the whole width here? Looks like we can. Alright, how are we doing here? Oh, I'm at 96%. I think I'm getting the whole width here. Alright, so what am I at here? 100%. Well, would you look at that. Alright, let's lift that up and fold it on in. And I use about 40% of my seed in this planter on a 1 hectare size field. Okay, we're going to go drop this off and head on over to Old Wheatford, because that's the shop that we need to go on over to get the potato planter. And that thing is just a little bit smaller than this one, so it's going to take us a while to plant those 2 fields over there, but we got to get it planted so we could use it in the future. Check it all on out. Poor Rex. I am seeing a couple people have posted on the Topless Discord channel that they're having problems with Rex now getting stuck down by the fireplace. So I'm not alone in that sense. And I know one of them said, I just won't feed him for a while and that way he'll run off. And I was like, that has not worked for me. So, but you know, go ahead and try it. And I don't know if it's worked for them or not. Alright, if I lower that. Alright, so I just want to make sure when I lower it and it's folded in, it's not going to plant. I just want to make sure that's the case, because we do have seed in here. Alright, so now we need to head on over, like I said, to Old Wheatford. It's not going to take us too long to travel over there. Hey, 7.4 million. For a little while, because I kind of forgot how much this costs. Maybe only like 20 grand for this thing. We'll see in a moment when we get over there. Yep, we got some fields up here with canola still left to harvest. I don't know if I'll get to harvesting some more fields this spring or not. Maybe we will. I think I can leave a couple fields for us to harvest. I guess all depends on how the market goes. If the market all of a sudden takes a tumble, then we won't be harvesting for a while. And if the market does tumble, I will still hire workers. This is not to harvest the fields. Like I said, I got plenty of fields to go ahead and switch on over. Hey, they like my garden very much. 13 social points. Yay. So there's one of our workers, and I mean, what are you harvesting, dude? I'm not really sure what he's doing. I'm glad I don't pay him by the hour, because he's not harvesting anything on that pass. That's kind of, he could do a little bit better. Do a little bit better than that. Whatever, as long as he gets the work done. I guess that's all that matters to me. Alright, so there is the farm machine shop up ahead. Yep, we got the canola harvested in this field here. You can see you got a worker over there going. It should have one right there going. Yeah, the workers always tend to leave a little bit in the center. I mean, if I was really desperate for money, I would ride around and try to get the rest. Alright, so here we are. Ah, the old harvester, the old header. The old corn header. We got that cultivator back at the shop at the farm. No need to have two of those. Although I got plenty of them around here. Alright, potato planter is... Oh, wow, that's a lot more than I thought it was. Man, 70 grand for that thing. Alright. I mean, it is what it is, and I'm not going to be too concerned about it, but still, it's a lot of cash. Alright, let's head back to the farm, fill this up with some potatoes. I wonder how much it holds for potatoes and how much is going to... how fast it's going to go through them. So we were at 7.4 million, but we will be again sometime soon. I'm kind of curious to see what this worker down here is actually doing. I mean, he's harvesting one side of the field. You see, he's made a few passes on this side, but for some reason when he drives up on this side of the field, he's only... Yeah, I'm not really sure. Doesn't matter. Like I said, as long as he gets it done. Just trying to figure out their method of madness, I suppose. I probably should check on my workers. I'm pretty sure I might be down one. I see 3 workers. Alright, so I can click another worker here. This field here is ready for harvest. Harvest and sell for 561. And then once those workers get done there, that's the end of all wheat for it. Then it's just the fields around here. If I go to farm stats, we can kind of see we got 9 fields left. Just 9. Let's get on down here to the farm. Maybe I should talk to the wife. See how she's doing today. Maybe she'll tell us that she's pregnant. Maybe she's not. I don't know. The last time she told me it was a surprise because it took so long back in the day. It took me ages to get married as well. But they kind of eased up on that a little bit, so it's kind of a little bit easier to get married nowadays. Yeah, I thought it was kind of great though when I saw that silo here when I first loaded the game for the DLCs. I'm like, oh, this is great. 120,000 liters. That's huge. And then I started doing a test and a harvest. I'm like, oh, wow, 120,000 liters. That's not really that much. Looks like my wife Allison and my son Timmy are kind of like maybe having a conversation out here. Let's go see what she has to say. Maybe. There she is.
Darling?
Good morning, darling.
I always like when I first talk to her, when I say darling, it's kind of like a question like, are you my darling?
Nice to see you, love. How are you?
I'm perfect, darling. Thank you.
All right, so she's not pregnant. All right.
Darling?
And I wish
Good morning, dear.
I could still stay in the conversation until we're done.
You are so beautiful. I wish I'd dream about you tonight.
So nice to hear that. Thanks.
Maybe a little sweet talk will help. Never know.
Hi, sugar.
And then we'll
Good
ask
to see
her
you. I missed you.
if she needs anything, which she probably doesn't.
Is there something you need, darling?
No, not at the moment.
And in some sense, I hope they would do something with this as well, that maybe your wife once in a while would say, like, yes, I need 12 tomatoes. And the fact is, maybe they could do it where you just can't go down to the pantry. Or I guess you can go down to the pantry and give it to her. I don't know how they want to do it, but all right,
I am
I'll have
off
to
to
work.
work. Have a great day.
Little things
Bye,
like that.
sweetheart.
Yeah. Goodbye. You know, you're just happy because we got $7 million in the bank account. As for Timmy, he's a weird one. I question about him a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, he's my boy, but yeah. You love your kids no matter what, right? Is that what they say? That's what everyone says. Oh wait, where am I going? Yeah, we need to put some potatoes in here, Peanut. That would be very, very good. Very, very good. Let's back on in here. I think this holds 1,200 kilograms of they call it seed, but so we do have 5,000 field of cedar. To me, it's actually a planter, but whatever. I'm just waiting for one of these games to actually put peanuts in as a crop. Just saying. Just putting it out there. I'm not saying I'd plant peanuts everywhere, but I just might. Nothing like a good bowl of peanuts sitting on your desk while you're recording videos. I don't eat them as I record, but you get the picture. Alright, let's head on down to these two fields here. I wonder if I got enough potatoes to finish this to finish up these two fields. See how fast it goes through, but when we use a planter here, I do believe this is going to leave grooves in the soil. It's going to be groovy. That field always looks weird when you're not really kind of like right on top of it. But yeah, 100% seeded. That's the first time for me, I think. Okay, we're going to head over to the farthest field first and get that one done. Potatoes. Nothing like a good baked potato as well. Alright, so here we are. Let's go ahead and plop that down. And oh wow, does that really slow down the tractor. Yeah, so 11 kilometers an hour is about the fastest I'm going to go. And you can see how it's terraforming the soil behind us. This is going to take me a while. So this might be kind of a thing. I don't think I want to do circles on this field. That's going to be kind of terrible. So this is a crop right here. Yeah, I may say it right now. I mean, I probably will use it again, but I'll just say this is probably, or might be, the only time you see me using this planter. It's like, well, you just spent, what was it, $70,000 on it. I know. That's fine. Just because the width of it is rather narrow. The speed is, I don't want to say is slow. This is probably the normal speed that you would have for a potato planter. But this field here is only 0.9 of a hectare, and it's going to take me a while. So maybe I'm just going to plant this one for now. I want to do the other one another day. So I can say, yeah, we use it at least twice. If I do it both the same day, it's like I use it once. But if I wait a couple days and then do the other fields, like, I used it twice. Does that sound good? Yeah, I think that's what we might do. Yeah, look at the grooves it's leaving in the soil. Yeah, I can't remember the horsepower of this tractor. But I think with the potato planter, you might want to make sure you got yourself a good tractor to haul this around. Not haul it around, but at least to plant with. And I am burning through the potatoes. I've only made 3 passes and I've already used 30%. 30%. I only bought 5,000 kilograms worth of potatoes. Oh wow, this is gonna go through them pretty darn quick. I know I'm overlapping as well. I don't know the area of effect on this planter as of yet. So let's see if I can find out. It looks like it might be just a tad bit wider than the implement, but not much. So yeah, I've used 40% of the planter. Now I got 20% of the field planted. Could you imagine right now going on down to Old Wheatford and planting potatoes in that 7.55 hectare size field. You're going to buy lots and lots of potato seeds. And the reason why I say potato seeds, I realize you just actually plant a potato. That's what you're supposed to do. Little tiny baby potatoes. Not actual seeds, but yeah, you're gonna have to buy a lot. I say seeds because that's what they're calling it in the game, so although when you go here it does say potato. Potato, potato. Alright, so I'm halfway through my seed and we have planted, yeah. So I'm definitely going to have to go back and refill. And it should take, if I do this well enough, it should take 2 full planters to plant a 0.9 hectare size field. Yeah. I think hiring workers to plant the potatoes is probably the best way to go. So at $70,000 for the planter, you got to ask yourself, for your farm, is it worth it to you to have the planter and you can plant potatoes? Yes, it gives you something else to do, something different, which is nice. But if you're trying to look at it as a money-wise situation, you might be just better off hiring a worker to do it. Save yourself the money, the 70 grand on buying the planter itself. And save you the time. Save you the time. Like I said, planting that 7.55 hectare size field with potatoes, I mean, just do the math. This is not even a hectare, and I got to refill this thing. It's going to take 2 planters to do 0.9 hectares. So I'm going to say that's going to take about 16 or 17 planters to plant that whole field, and you got to travel back and forth to your farm to refill all the time. That could take days over there to plant potatoes. I wonder how much it would cost. I would have to see. Actually, I probably can see. So when I get done with this first planter size here, and I have to go back and refill, I will get the map up, and I will see how much they charge to hire a worker to plant potatoes in that field down there, because that is kind of interesting to see. Because I mean, that's a job that's going to take a long time. Well, we are halfway done. One thing I can say about the potato planter is when you run out, it's pretty much easy to see. Yeah, halfway done. Well, at least pretty close. 54% for one planter in a 0.9 hectare size field. If I click on this, I can hire a worker. It's going to be down here. So if you look at planting like wheat, it's going to be 5,600. It's all 5,614 for the most part. But plant beets and potatoes is actually cheaper than planting regular crop. But when it comes time to harvest, don't forget, your yield is going to be relatively high, so you're going to be doing a lot of transporting back and forth, even with that. Anyways, back to the farm. I got to fill up with more seed. So basically, like I said, we started with 5,000 kilograms worth of potatoes, and for a 0.9 hectare size field, I'm going to use 2,400 of that 5,000 for a 0.9 hectare size field. That's a lot. I don't think, though, the potatoes were that expensive down the agricultural store anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm just saying, basically, it's a lot of, you need to go back and refill the implement often. So, yeah, if you were not, I mean, I'm relatively close to the farm, so it's not that much travel time back and forth, but it will take up some of your time. Oh, speaking of, just thinking about it, yeah, we can hire more workers, right? Yeah, okay. So we're done harvesting down here. I just want to double check. Harvested. That one should be harvested. That one's harvested. That one's harvested. And he's almost done with that one. Oh, wow. We're down to just one worker. All right. This field here, let's go ahead and hire harvest and sell for $9.21. And give that worker about 10 seconds. I think it's actually like 6 seconds that you have to wait. But 10 seconds, I always try to go just to make sure That just gives the game a chance for that to spawn that worker and get it rolling before you hire another one so the game doesn't get confused. Let's go in here and magazine, fill the cedar. Yep, we are good to go. Alright, and let's go hire a worker to harvest this field right here. And that's going to cost 1,078. Yep, ripping through those fields. Yeah, to get up to 8 million for our harvest, not going to happen. Just not going to happen. 7.5, we should hit that, I would say, easily. Yeah, we should be able to. That shouldn't be too difficult. Let's see, I do have to buy the other planter. And you know what, I may do that to actually end this episode. We'll go down and buy it. Because I can start planting, well, we can plant peas or something. We got to give that new planter or drill a go, don't we? Not this episode, but we'll give it a go. And you know what, let's go ahead and harvest a worker for this field right here. That's ready to be harvested and sell for $13.65. Let's harvest these fields while the price is good. Because I've had times before where we're doing spring cleaning and the price of canola dropped and it took forever for the price to go back up. So let's try to harvest the fields while we can. And that way, once we get the fields harvested, the price at the market does not matter because we'll just be hiring workers to plow, cultivate, and maybe do some fir X. So this might be the only field that I plant with potatoes right now. Like I said, I might do that one. That field is, how big is this field over here? Is it 1.25? 1.45. Ooh, that's scares me now when I think how long it would take me to do potatoes in that field. Alright, so you can kind of see where I left off. And we are, wait, by all set, did I get 4 workers? 1, 2, 3. Oh no, this worker just finished a few seconds ago. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll put him in this field here. Harvest and sell for 1,042. Keep bringing in that money, boys. And I do say boys because the worker is always the same dude. If we were to go to all 4 vehicles, it's the same looking dude. Alright, I need to finish this up so we can put this planter away. And yeah, we're going to go down and buy the other drill. So we can use that probably next episode. Because I'm not sure. I may not do 2 fields worth of potatoes. We may have more field of potatoes, but I'm not sure if I'm going to plant them. Almost finished here. I think I'm like at 91%. Where are we at? Okay, 96%. Should have enough potatoes left in the planter to get this field done. Then we'll go ahead and empty on out and make a trip on down to... It's the most southern vehicle shop on the map. Is there a van on the other side of the guardrail? Yes, there is. Traffic here in Farmer's Dynasty. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Everyone makes wide turns here at a fast rate, and then they'd run into one another and push each other around. This field has become one of my favorites because you get to watch the traffic as you're working. Although it's kind of mysterious, there's a black van on the other side of the guardrail. It's the government keeping tabs on my farm, trying to figure out where I'm getting all the cash from. 99.44. Got a little bit here. Probably wasting more potatoes than I'll earn by trying to cover up that little bit of a spot, but we'll do it. Okay, 0.56, and we're going to call that good. Going to call that field good enough. Now let's go back to the farm. We'll empty out the potatoes back into our little garage area. Drop off the planter next to the beet planter and head on down. What town is that actually in? Is that even a town? Yeah, that's not actually even in a region, really. That's kind of weird. They got so these fields in this little area right here does not actually have a name. Old Man's Wharf, Players Solitude, Peaksville, Old Wheatford. Yeah, that doesn't even have a name. Why is there no name for this one? Why is there no name for that one? Either way, let's get back here, drop this off, empty it out, drop it off, and head on down to No Name Village. All the traffic always seems to stop outside of my house. Maybe they're keeping an eye on Timmy or just admiring my beautiful house with the solar panels on it and the flowers out front. Either way, let's back on in here. And I'm getting hungry. Imagine that. Alright, let's go ahead and empty the cedar. And go park this away. When will I use it again? Will I use it again? Yeah, like I said, I probably will at some point. The beet planter, I did like that quite a bit. That was a fast worker. All right, let's go down and buy the other planter. So yeah, once again, I'm back over 7.4 million, but I'm probably going to spend enough to go back below that again. And here we are. Kind of forgot how much this drill is over here, but we're about to find out. It is okay. A lot cheaper than I thought. I mean, after a potato planter for 70. I mean, that was okay. 55,766. Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy that. No problem there, which just puts us back just below 7.4 million. In a second, it'll get there. Now, there's no way to, like I said, fold this or anything. While we're here, I just want to see again. I think it's 107,000 for this. 104. 104. Yep, there's another tractor down here. Like I said, if you go check out my 2 DLC video I put out, if you're watching this when this goes out live, that video was like 2 weeks ago or so, week and a half ago. Somewhere around there, I kind of went over all the new stuff you can find in the DLCs. That tractor there, I don't think we'll be buying it at all because I really don't have a purpose or need for it. I mean, we do have a lot of tractors on the farm, but they're actually parked at all the greenhouses that we bought, so I can just teleport to those. But yeah, this thing is going to be a thing of beauty. It's like 40% wider than the drill that we have now for all of our other crops, so it's going to help us plant a lot faster. It's just too bad that we can't have a cultivator that's not a... yeah, so the drill that doesn't cultivate. I tried that in a field. So you still need to cultivate your field before you plant it. But yeah, money-wise, yeah, we're doing okay. 7.4. Like I said, I hope to get up to 7.5, but then again, does it really matter? Because I'm going to be spending a lot of cash still. I got to buy the harvesters for the potato and the harvester for the beets. You saw the big trailer down there. Yeah, at the store it says it holds 28,000 kilograms. The trailer we have holds 32, but I think that might be mistyped in that trailer down there because when I was filling it in the video, I think that might hold just as much as the trailer that we have already. So I'm not too sure about that. At least he's harvesting at least half of the width of the header. So the first thing I think we're going to be planting with this thing is probably going to be some peas. And we're going to have to plant mostly just around the farm. Not going to go too far, but we're going to plant around the farm. But we'll be using this next episode. Like I said, we'll plant some peas. I got a field that we can go ahead and plant some peas in. And the other field I do want to plant with potatoes, I may hire a worker for that. But if you did not see the DLC video I put, like I said, about 10 days ago, a slight issue with this thing right here, it is a great width of a drill, but the issue is getting it, you just can't back straight in with this like we were with the other drills. Did I do it this way? Nope. So how did I do it? I think I backed in at an angle is what I had to do. Alright, so if I back in at an angle here like this, and just get some of the drill in there, there we go. That's one way to do it. So you just got to back it in at that kind of an angle. And just for giggles, I said we're going to do peas, so let's go ahead and... I don't have that many seeds of peas. Let me do... Okay, I got plenty of lupine. We'll plant lupine first. Yeah, because it holds 1,620 kilograms of seed in this one. I only have 580 of peas. So we can plant lupine first. But really, lupine does not pay that well. As we come over here, lupine right now is set. Well, actually, it's not too bad. 790. Peas, you look at peas, it's like, why not plant peas everywhere? Because you don't get that much of a yield from peas either. So that's why the price of peas is high. Just look at the price of potatoes and beets. Even though the price does not look good for how much we're going to get a yield on that, you look at the corn, or sorry, maize, that's $5.22 per ton. We're going to get a lot of beets and potatoes. So I think it might be worth doing it. Yep, still got 4 workers going, so that's all good. But now we are kind of all set for tomorrow. I'm actually going to leave this right in here. I think, just let me just double check. Is that field all set to go for planting? No, it is not. That field is not. Okay, so I got to plant that with some fertilizer first. All right, so I'll tell you what. Since I just pretty soon want to come over here and show you how to fill this planter, drill with seed. Just got to angle it in. Let's go ahead and empty this out. We'll empty it out, and maybe I'll go buy some peas, and we will plant peas next episode. But I got to fertilize it first. So like I said, the biggest drill we had in the game before, I'm going to go ahead and just park this right next to it so you can see. I did show this in the DLC video as well. But that drill that we got back there, that was the biggest one in game. And now you got this one right here, and if I back it up and I can get it just kind of right here. That's kind of close. So you can get an idea. It's not double the width that it was, but it's that's what I'm saying. It's 40% bigger. So, yeah, we are good to go on there. So let me go ahead and drop that off. And let me go get my... Yep, there it is. We need to fertilize that field because we already did cow slurry over there, but I had not done anything with this. I do have fertilizer in the back, so I just got to go ahead and take care of it. At least I'll leave it parked right here so I know what I got to do next episode. But maybe by then the canola harvest will be over because, like I said, we don't have that many more fields to go. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 fields after they get done with the ones they got. So it may show 9 canola, 4 fields left. It doesn't show the ones that they're harvesting at the time. So, yeah, 4 fields left to go to harvest. Maybe it'll be done by the next episode. Maybe it won't. I'm kind of hoping it will be because that way we have to keep an eye on the prices and we can just get back to work normally in a way. And start hiring workers to start plowing fields, cultivating fields, and they'll be going the furthest away from the farm as possible. That way I don't have to travel over there. And let's do what we normally do. Actually, let me go ahead and have something to eat. I am hungry. Why not? There we go. Now we can run. Yeah, I didn't end last episode down by the fire pit with Rex, but then again, I did not really finish my work day. Let's go over here and see what Rex is doing, which is pretty much stuck in one spot. Let's light the fire for him. Not that he's cold, but, you know, it still is... Yeah, it still is April, so it could be, I guess it could be a little bit chilly here. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you next time right here on The Day on the Farm. But until then, have a good one.